Hello, YouTubeverse. I'm here with Team Inspire, and who do we have in front of us?
Current reigning world champion, Ruben Penaranda.
And what did you do this weekend?
I top 32 the Cancun YCS.
Oh, don't you mean lost in 5 minutes in top 32?
I sure did, yeah. Tempa is a cheap deck Andy, but I guess, it's not the best thing for the game.
All right, so do you have any shout-outs before we get started with the deck profile?
Yeah, shout out to Adrian, guy behind the camera, guy in the chair. Shout out to Daniel, he goofy.
Give me the loot.
Shout out to Shaheen for lending us cards. Shout out to,
Tokens.
Shout out to the tokens. Shout out to Hani. Everybody that helped us, in the test group. I feel
Shout out
like
Jose for crashing out.
Shout out Jose for staying crashing out. I could be here all day, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm forgetting something, I feel like Adrian's gonna remind me.
Yeah, so, Adrian would never forget to shout out, Hani, Kamal, everyone back at home. He'd never forget to shout out his team. Inspire,
Team
the
Inspire,
sponsors,
Card Haven,
yeah,
Dueling
the
Guard,
sponsors that helped Ruben
Main
get his
Face.
cards. Yeah, exactly. See,
Tinfoil.
Adrian would never.
I would never. He would never.
Adrian would never. Ruben would though.
Ruben would for sure. And
All right, so
shout out BSV.
yeah, so
We're not
after this
shouting out Gio. We're not
after
shouting
this
out
whole mess of shout outs, do you think we're ready to get into the deck profile?
Yes, we are.
All
We
right,
are.
so starting with McQueen.
Organized.
All right, let's see. So first of all, shout out Pit Stop.
If you ain't first, you're last, right?
Best shadow team. Three Samsara, all the ratios, they're all, mathematically based. They're all really standard, to be honest. It only matters for, the non-engine. Three Samsara, it's standard. It's combo starter. Three Beckoning Beast, same thing, combo starter. I feel like there's really not much to talk about here. I know some people are cutting it, but you'll see why it matters a lot in this deck list in a little bit. We're playing the Brick. Well, not really Brick. The card's insane.
So one card combo.
Yeah, but it's the one of, so I'm gonna call it
Yeah.
the Brick. Pure remap. This just makes sense mathematically to have this number of starters. It also comes up a lot when you want to search the missing piece to just extend your combo further. Throne, that card's insane. Not gonna lie, starting your combo off and then they hand trap you and then you just go into Throne or vice versa, you start with Throne, avoid hand traps. Thing's insane. Another Throne and 1-for-1. Dude, 1-for-1's insane in this deck, it gets you to everything. If you're not playing that, you're doing something wrong. 3 Engraver. There's nothing to say about that, I'm not gonna lie. Fiendsmith is insane still. And then we played 2 Tracked. We thought about 3, we thought about Sanct. But to be honest,
Play two. Just play two.
yeah, just play 2. The second one comes up all the time. The third one barely came up, so it didn't matter. And then obviously the Lurie.
So,
someone in the deck.
So how many starters is that?
So let's see if I can still count. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We're playing 19 actual starters, which is kind of nuts.
One card starters? Wow.
All
this
one
thing
card-
is Crazy.
Yeah, it sounds like a Snake Eye deck almost, right?
A little bit better.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry, Jose.
So that's it for the deck, right? Just those 19 cards?
Yeah.
Basically.
That's it. Yeah, pretty much is what matters,
Ooh, what's behind door number 2?
Now we get into the pseudo breaks and extenders, I guess.
Door number 2.
I will say that they're not breaks, they're half a Yama. But
Or half a Phantom.
Or half a Phantom. Yeah, Yama's kind of busted though, We play Squirmer. This card's
Revive.
nuts. Not gonna lie. Yeah, it just pops. The Revive, it pops. It's a free body. We take it. 1 pain. I thought about playing 2. Doesn't really come up enough, to be honest. The second one never came up this week and it's come up in the past, but I'm really happy we only played 1. You definitely don't need one more. Then to finish off the Yubels, 2 Spirit. Again, third one just doesn't really come up that much in TCG, so you don't really need it.
Half Phantoms.
Yeah, and then the 2 other ones, half Phantoms. And then for the Unchains, this trap and
Get rid of the
Shavara.
best card in the deck.
Foreshadowing for the side deck, but we might be doing something funny with that.
All right, so what's behind door number 3?
You
Shout
see
out, Bonnie.
this?
Shout out the Jahari
This
brothers.
right here, this is what wins you games. AKA the non-engine. Bestials, again, not much
Or
to say.
extenders sometimes.
You look at the meta, it's it's insane. And yeah, the fact that they're bodies too.
Magnemite just
comes
needs
up
to
a
get
lot.
band.
Oh yeah, card's insane, dude. It's 2 DD Crows
The
essentially.
seals
Even
target
better.
for Metaltronus.
We're playing
Yeah.
the Veilers, standard hand trap lineup for this format.
Would you have to play this card? This card's insane.
Yeah, so could you talk about Joel a little bit before you keep going? I know a lot of people were hit or miss on this
You
card.
see, I could, but I'm just gonna let Adrian talk about Droll.
All right, so in our testing, myself, Adrian, we believe that Droll is the only hand trap that had the ability to make your opponent pass turn. It's not that it always makes your opponent pass turn. It has the ability to. And having a card with the high variance, I think, is needed when the deck is already so good at playing through hand traps.
And like 50% of our one card starters, like if you look at how the deck is built, you're gonna see like 50% of them will have issues into draw and lock. Where the other half, you're just getting cooked by draw. But at that point, this is the most impactful hand trap that you can see individually.
Yeah, you know,
And it
Adrian
also
really
works with
couldn't
the
have
wall
said it best.
combination.
Me being Ruben Penaranda, the world champion, I approve of that message.
I'm Adrian now? I thought that was Adrian.
And then triple tactic silence, dude. If you're not playing that card at 3, you're doing something wrong. Like, we're in a hand trap format. That card's insane.
Take Phantom.
Yeah, I mean, the card's just insane at breaking boards. When you go first, you rip a card. Like, it's
It has 3
super
effects,
free.
and each one of them is broken.
Let's see. Just to end the hand traps. Imperm again. Yeah, I mean, that thing's been standard for years. I don't think you can really say anything new about that. And then 3 droplet. This card is nuts in this deck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, going second, it just helps you break boards for free. I don't know if Adrian has any other thoughts on droplet.
It's a quick play spell.
It is. It do be a quick twist.
And sometimes you can't respond to it.
Yeah,
Helps playing to draw too. which is
exactly.
nice. Yeah.
All right, so what's behind door number 4? We have a field center. I wonder what's next.
This right here, this is the extra deck. A lot of it's pretty like self-explanatory. Necro Grip for the combo, Aerial
Beatrice?
Leader. Yeah,
Yeah,
Beatrice for
it's
this
just
deck.
Lacrima and Beatrice in
Yeah.
new
I
forms.
mean, Aerial Leader is really good. Desiree. I mean, we're summoning a free like pseudo towers that negates. Like that seems insane to me.
And it's a removal.
Yeah. 2 Phantom. You don't need the third, to be honest. I thought it would come up. It never came up.
Didn't
if you manage
you-
your recycles, like if you manage your recycles and your, Phantom use well, it's great. And yeah, you see, as a matter of fact, I did recycle Phantom. What was it?
3 times, I
Yeah,
think,
3
in one
times,
game after
yeah.
summoning 2 of them.
Yeah, it's insane. you
Yeah,
know?
like,
It's like you never run out.
yeah,
It's a
you
field
literally
spell,
never. The field
it's a
spell,
dog
Solar
that's blue.
Rage. Yeah.
It's just a dog that's red sometimes.
Yo, the red dog and the blue.
Spoilers.
I also do like Bluey. Bluey is goaded.
I like
Bluey
Clifford
do be
too.
goated.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, realistically, if you manage your resources well, it's fine. We decided to main deck Varudras of a coin flip, but that was definitely the right choice. I mean, Varudras came up a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
And we
it
were
came
between
up
this
game
and
1.
Nightmare.
Yeah, it came up a lot game 1. I didn't want it to come down to this, but Ruben really said, "All right, we have no choice. We can't argue one over the other, so we're gonna flip a coin."
Indeed, and we did, and thank God Varudras won.
Yeah.
Because Nightmare Phoenix didn't come up maybe once. I don't know about you, but for me, it came up maybe once.
Yeah, I think it came up a couple times. For myself, personally, I think the card is good. It could be in the side deck. It's not necessary.
I feel like it's definitely just tournament based.
Exactly.
Or like what you want to do with the deck, I guess. Caesar mandatory. That card's nuts. It beats like half the decks in the format.
Play
Unless
this
they impermit.
Unless they implement, then you get Tempide.
Play this card.
This card's nuts. You gotta play this card.
That's it. Nothing else needs to be said.
Requiem. I mean,
Play this card.
play this card.
I think that's just for the rest of the extra deck, right?
Muckracker. Play this card. Sequence. Play this card.
You know what? Actually, I thought this card was terrible this weekend. What did you think? Maybe we could cut it, right?
Yeah, honestly,
2
I
effect
mean,
monsters, that's a lot.
Yeah. What if
That's
you
what I'm
What if you
saying,
get
bro,
nibbed?
vanilla.
What if you get nibbed?
Yeah, you don't have an effect monster.
yeah, it is
Yeah.
what it is, you know.
Nib is so good.
SP.
believe we didn't play it,
I
guys.
mean, you again play this card like that just
3
breaks
disruptions
boards. And
with
then
another card.
last
Blue.
2, we're playing blue and Yama. Again, just recycling for days. You definitely don't need the second Yama if you play the deck right. I don't think that like really. I never really missed it. Maybe once, but yeah, I don't think there's much to say about the extra deck, to be honest. And let's see what's behind the last door.
All right. So what's behind? Oh wait, that's right. You were a bounty duelist this
I
weekend.
was
So
a
what is
bounty
behind
duelist.
the bounty duelist door?
It is.
Oh wait,
it's a
what did you
token.
say? Wow, that. Okay, so what's behind the token?
Oh
Oh.
my God! It's another token.
Okay, wait. And then okay, there we go.
Okay,
Okay, we got
okay,
Yu-Gi-Oh
okay.
cards.
We finally got to the side deck right here. We decided to play Escape just as the other trap. I feel like both traps overall have very specific use cases, and when it matters to have one over the other one, it really does. Having the free pop, especially into stun matchups, I think it came up a lot for me. I don't know
Yeah,
about you guys, but
I think it came
was-
up a lot for all 3 of us that played the deck. Just being able to swap it and make your combo slightly different while you're playing into a deck that's either rogue or has a different game plan that you weren't preparing for was
Sometimes
nice.
having both is irrelevant. Like you can open one, see the other, and like your grind game with these 2, you're essentially playing Old Unchained.
Yeah.
which is nuts, you know. So I really like this a lot. Not gonna lie, I would definitely play that card. Make your going first make your going first stronger.
And also just call by Phantom.
for sure. I mean, the card's nuts. Metal Tronos. This card was insane this weekend, making like the trap miss, like this trap miss, by banishing their dog and like just helps you break boards for free. This plus talents is nuts. Especially since we're in a hand trap meta, I feel like we end on a lot of like half boards a lot of the time. If you can't get to a full board, Metal Tronos like just feels insane into those. If y'all got any thoughts?
Yeah, it stops Quacky Mirror Drago.
It's one of those cards in Yu-Gi-Oh that says you can't respond to it.
Yeah,
So
like
good.
can't
That's
respond
what- you know
card.
what? Forget about the effect. That's all you're gonna see. It says you cannot respond.
Yeah, like that's so important.
Because I'm scared.
Why?
You see, my very dear friend Adrian, he played Runic Stone for a little bit, but he's now reformed, and you see, I was scared for a little bit. On
You know
that
what? That's
note-
fair.
On that note, because I'm scared.
Scared of what?
You see, there's a goofy blue card called Dimension Shifter that says no to graveyards, and we don't like that.
Any quick play spell that has a hand in it that does things that banish from the top of your deck cannot activate.
Yeah,
Oh, so could you go in and talk about this combo really quickly? Because we haven't really seen this before, actually.
Yeah, so if they shifter you, you open Way to Beast, then you normal summon, make Mannequin Cat summon Shifter, then Mannequin Cat's gonna summon Chaos Hunter, and then you just make your full combo with like Engraver or whatever other ways you have to do that.
Any one extender gets you there because
Yeah.
two effect monsters is good.
And then a lot of decks Tempa, have a hard time killing you through Shifter, so maybe
You
not the
get-
hardest
you get a
time.
card on the field,
But then you
and
get rid
they're
of the
on
Chaos Hunter, and then they're under Shifter, and then you made your full board. So it's just, you know, it's insane to be honest. Like, I feel like this is something that maybe people should have realized before, but the card's really, really
Siding
good.
extra like monsters, huh?
Oh yeah, speaking of siding extra deck monsters, what do you have next for us?
Yeah, so you see this is the other side of the coin. We don't talk about it, okay? We don't talk about
You know what? It came up a couple times that you probably wouldn't have topped if you didn't have it in your extra deck.
it. You're right,
side deck.
actually, you're right.
And also, what are you gonna put instead of this? We thought about it for a long time.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
we had a 13 card side deck, and we'll get to that.
And then
And it's about to be 12.
we're playing, you know, the other dog and access code. You don't need them like in your main deck realistically in the type of format we're in. It's fine if you just setting them going second, but you definitely want them in your deck somewhere. It's just broken, honestly.
Our deck is quite big, so we need to see our side deck cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then two most useless cards in our deck. Nibiru. This didn't come up a single time for me. I
Wait,
never summoned it
isn't that
once.
Palooza banned? So this card's crazy, right?
Right. You would think so, right? But it turns out that it just don't matter because decks are just summoning negates.
Oh, wait.
Such as
What card is that again?
oh,
Oh,
I can't read. DDD
Link
Wave
zero?
King Caesar.
oh, you're right.
Zero?
Good
Oh,
card,
you're
good
right.
card.
You're right.
And then we have
You know what?
Phantom, like it's just.
So how'd you enjoy playing with like essentially a 12 card side deck?
Oh, it was great. I mean, you know,
All of these cards were insane.
Yeah.
All
we just didn't need the two cards. You know.
You know, giving ourselves a disadvantage to try and
Of
make it
course,
harder
of
for.
course. We're on that uphill batter, you know, like Sisyphus. Yeah.
Oh well, once again, congrats on the top 32.
Thank you, thank you.
Hopefully we see more of you soon. I mean, we will see you at Worlds, but maybe you can manage to do something better before then, right?
We'll see. You know, we gotta get that solo YCS win.
A Florida win would be nice. I know we were from Florida.
Yeah.
Gotta get that last third of a 3v3 YCS win.
Yeah, of
Shout out
course.
Adrian.
Yeah, you know, still only a 2/3 YCS champ on that side, but
yeah.
you know, maybe that changes this year.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there for sure.
Anyways, thank you once again for the deck profile and congrats.